So this is going to be my final reflection for varsity football. In the beginning of the season, I made a decision whether or not I should try out as keeper or striker because previously I've played goalkeeper here in NIST, and I was bored kind of, and there was also someone who was better than me, and I was scared I wasn't going to make it. So I made a radical decision to try to, instead of playing goalkeeper, try out as striker and develop new skills as a striker, because I've never played outfield before. I knew I wasn't going to play that much in terms of game time, but maybe towards the end of the season I had expectations that that Pat was going to play me more. And it's been a while now, but since varsity football ended, and I'm going to reflect on my experience in Phuket, because I didn't get picked for the CSAC tournament, nor the BISAC tournament. However, for Phuket I got picked, and I didn't get to play striker, but I got to play keeper, which is nice, because kind of going back to my roots of being a keeper, and I feel I'm grateful because I like that role in the team. I like that people rely on you that way, because the keeper is one of the most important roles on the team. The entire team relies on it. He has to view the entire pitch from behind. And along those lines, or continuing from that, I just wanted to say it was Mr. Pat's final tournament ever, because Mr. Pat's leaving this end of this season. And during the tournament, as I said, I played goalkeeper because our goalkeeper was injured. And this was a challenge to me, because since during the summer, during the semester, and during the summer, because I practiced prior to the football, I've been playing striker. So it took some time to getting used to being in goal again, but I really felt like I played an important part in the role. I started practicing ball handling and reflexes the weeks in advance to the tournament, and I tried to regain the form I had last year when I was keeper. This year, I had better relationships with the team members. This helped me since it was easier to collaborate in game. It was also much more fun being involved this year. The first tournament I played in the game we drew, I led in a goal near post. So in preparation for the other games, I focused on much more my positioning in goal, because you have to cut down the angles in order to make it less likely for the opponents to score. So for the other games of the tournament, I was much more better positioned in goal, and I did not make any silly mistakes. And I also want to reflect on the challenges I undertook in terms of being a striker. It was often hard. People didn't trust me that much when I was on the pitch, and I started off not playing that much in a couple Saturday tournaments. We had the NIST tournament where we played against BPS, but I ran a lot. People didn't pass me that much, and however, I started to develop my shooting skill, my finishing skill, because it's important in football that there are some players who can do everything, but often the players that can do one thing very successfully are the most successful players. So I started practicing finesse shots, and that kind of became my thing. I learned how to header as well, because I'm pretty tall, so I'm often a marksman in the box. And I scored my first goal on a Tuesday or Saturday, I think, and it was just a great feeling. It felt very rewarding, and all the practice I put in and all the challenges that I faced, that I felt like I overcame them. And throughout the season, I scored a couple goals, maybe 3, 4, 5, not a great amount, but I'm sure if I got to play more, I would have scored more goals. Also, you can look at there's a YouTube link in my manage pack down below, and I've listed a time at which you can see us getting our trophies. Unfortunately, we came third place which was rather sad. Anyway, I really like being a part of the football community. I think it's really fun, and I haven't missed a single practice this year. And this year, it started off as me being a striker, and I ended up in the same position as I was previously. That doesn't mean I've learned new skills during that process, because now at the back I'm much more confident with the ball, because when a defender, he can't pass back to the keeper can't pick it up. So I'm much more confident with my feet now. So I'm a more secure option for the defenders when they want to pass back. What I learned from changing position is there's a lot of skills one needs to learn. One needs to learn to play a certain position. It kind of requires a different type of thinking compared to being a keeper. That's why it took time for me to develop. Therefore, it took time for me to develop the skills necessary to be a successful striker, since others have done it throughout years. And I think it's been a great season, and all in all, I think I've learned a lot of new skills in terms of football, and I've always been motivated to come to practice. I hope I will keep on developing my football skills outside of school, and next year I hope to be in the varsity team as well. However, next year I would like to be a keeper, because I feel like that's an important role. I like the responsibility of being a keeper, and I'm going to practice during the summer so that I can successfully, hopefully, win NIST. Hopefully our team can win NIST, can win CSAC next year. I'm very grateful for the wonderful coach Pat, who's leaving to New York next year to marry his fiancée. Yeah, I think that was everything. Thank you very much.